On today's episode, storytelling and why it's an important skill to have both in business and in life. Heyo, it's your favorite 9 to 5 misfits here again to help you crush unemployment and find your dream career. We do 5-minute hacks on professional and personal development every Tuesday and tell stories about our real life experiences around those topics every Thursday. So hit subscribe, you saucy minx.
So question time. When you were a kid, how did you learn about things like morality and love and friendship and all of that good stuff? Well, did someone actually create a PowerPoint with graphs and Excels for you? Or was it through stories that your loved ones told you, or Disney, or Thomas the Train Guy, or something?
Oh yeah, my nephew watches that all the time.
Something funny looking. It's a train that talks. So. Also, think about how you consume information now. The most successful blogs, movies, or even social media personalities, they have one thing in common. They tell amazing stories! And your Uncle Frank at Thanksgiving.
I know. Although he's kind of racist.
Yeah.
So why is this relevant to you? So many reasons. If you're a job seeker, you have to stand out in some way. Make an impression at that job interview or networking event. If you're an entrepreneur, you have to be able to effectively sell yourself or your product. It may be your body.
Don't do it.
Even if you're a regular 9 to 5er, you may have to make a case for yourself or your department at that next meeting with those important bigwigs.
Suits and all.
Regardless of your situation, you have to be able to make a case for why you're special and people need to bet on you. Best way to do that is by becoming a great storyteller. How? Like this.
Like this. Like this. Number 1, compelling opening statement. Whether you're talking to people on the internet or at a job interview, you need to give people a reason to listen to you. It can be something as basic as, let me tell you a story, brah, or true story, because people won't be expecting it from you and that'll help build anticipation.
Hack number 2, structure your story. Stories should have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Sounds super obvious, but you'd be surprised at how few people actually follow that rule. Think of the beginning as the past situation, the middle as some sort of action or event, the climax if you will, and the end as the future state or the result.
Hack number 3, have a point. You know those people who start telling stories and they're just rambling on and you just tune out and you start counting their nose hairs, or you try to interrupt by saying, cool story, brah. Don't be that rambler. Oh, you should listen to this TED Talk by this animator from Pixar. Yes, calm down. He talks about storytelling being like joke telling. And he was like, you should know your punchline. So use that as your end goal. Drop some cues on the way so people can get to that punchline already.
I like it.
She didn't pay attention at all, did she? She was counting my nose hairs.
I was. Hack number 4, emotional through line. We hear a lot of stories throughout our lifetimes, right? Oh my god. But the ones that really stick with us are the ones that get some sort of real emotion out of us,
all the
right?
feels.
I know. Something really strong, like something that made you sad or happy or angry or just laugh out loud. So think about how you can insert that sort of emotion into your stories. This is especially true if you're at a job interview and you get one of those tell us about a time when blah blah blah.
Yeah.
How can you make it interesting and memorable for the interviewer?
So not sing Kesha's blah blah blah.
Is that a song? Of course, don't make something up, but have that emotional through line through the beginning, middle, and end.
Hack number 5, use stories to build your brand. I mean, we're brown girls who've always felt like misfits in our community. And even though we try to force ourselves into these neat little Tiffin Dubby boxes,
I love those!
we decided to break out and just own our misfit status. We also wanted to remove the stigma from unemployment and non-traditional careers. So storytelling was important not just to cement our identity as misfits, but also help make those topics a little less taboo in a fun and open, fabulous, Vietnamese kind of way.
Oh yeah, speaking of brands, we have a whole video about it upstairs. So that's something that we'd urge all you misfits out there to do. Yes, you may face some pushback. I mean, as brown women, we were never encouraged to really speak out honestly about these sorts of topics, but you just have to do it sometimes. So don't be afraid to be open about what makes you different. It'll help you build your brand, make connections with others in the same situation, and sometimes there may be people who don't even know it's okay to talk about that topic, so you speaking about it will provide inspiration to them.
Alright guys, this video may be coming to an end, but if you're tuning into our channel, it's because you want to make some sort of change in your life or career. So stick around and watch our other 5-minute hacks or getting real stories.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next Tuesday with a brand new 5-minute hack. Bye!